Hi, blessings, everyone. It's Sunday today, and it's I'm just checking the date here, 17th of March, 2019. We're coming up to full moon and equinox on the 20th. The full moon energies are coming in. I'm feeling them today. And the equinox is along with the shift that we're experiencing. You can't separate anything. There's a sense of unity that's growing on the planet, and I feel this equinox energy is really about us uniting through the heart and feeling the expansion there as we move into another portion of 2019. Personally, everything is always I don't know how to really put this into words. Everything's interconnected, so in a sense, there's a feeling of just observing and everything coming and going. But the shifts that we're experiencing through the body are really, they're really powerful. And I'm feeling the change in my vibration really strongly now in terms of the crystalline body. And there's a sense there of how the density and the lower body, the lower chakras are really moving and moving. I feel them moving very fast. I said in a previous video about the crystalline body that really when the crystalline body is up, like the energy's high, everything is just taken care of. Because it all dissolves. So even if you have something uncomfortable happening, it literally will just release it. So there's no sense of attachment. At the same time, what I'm experiencing with that is I'm feeling very deeply, that's the best, the simplest way to describe it. The cells in the body are feeling, I guess they're feeling the energies, if there's anything out of balance that's happening inside, what's happening is I'm receiving reflections of that, which is really hard, because it's one thing dealing with it internally, but I'm also facing it externally as well. And it's periods of really powerful, it feels like friction in the body. And also I feel as if I'm being attacked from the outside. When I say being attacked, it's like a physical attack on the body. It's the energies are coming through me, and I'm finding that I process it, and it processes fast, but it's also very deeply emotional energy that is being experienced, because it feels like a physical attack. What is actually happening is at a cellular level, we're connecting on the outside with that which really needs to go. So it's dense energy that is no longer and should no longer be part of who we are. The more that we step into the new earth energy, the easier it becomes in terms of this feeling of lightness. And I have been feeling a lightness this week that feels like I can really feel that something has shifted. A week ago, I had a few days of very deep, powerful shifting through the body, which was coming through the skin. And I was also just really being knocked out. I had about 3 or 4 days where it was intense sound that was coming through, because that's the way that I experience these energies as it comes in from the cosmos. I can have days where I'm fully immersed in what feels like these really powerful showers of and waves of sound coming through. So I had this for about 3 or 4 days, and I was really feeling wiped out, completely wiped out. And it was another level that it was being experienced, and I was very aware of that. It was extremely deep, and yeah, the skin changing. I noticed, excuse me, after going through these processes after a few days, that I was able to see the crystalline energy coming through the hands and the palms of the hands, which I've never seen before, and not to this degree. My skin also has changed. It feels deeper, and there's a feeling of it's very soft energy coming through, but the skin looks as if it's that kind of look that you get when you've been in water for a long time, and your skin kind of changes, and it's still like that. It's very smooth feel to it, but it also looks quite different, and the palms of the hands particularly. And I'm seeing light coming out of me in the palms of the hand, and I've been catching glimpses of light coming out my head, and like little sparkles of light, which is interesting. My perception is changing, of course, as well. So as my perception changes, then I find that it's all interconnected, of course. But so I'm able to see even more energy than I was seeing before. I'm seeing more color coming through the body, and it's quite amazing, really. High vibrational colors coming through. I've been seeing like violet and magenta colors coming through, and lots of I see lots of gold coming through from the higher realms, and there's also a connection with the earth through this golden earth that I experience. So gold is really a part of my being, you might say. It's really beautiful to meditate on gold as well, and I've been doing this and I've been sharing it for a long, long time. It's one of the first meditations and experiences of working with others was working through a liquid gold energy. And that was probably about 20 years ago. And it's still very powerful. So yeah, liquid gold coming through the body, a sense of really expanding there. The feeling of oneness that is on the increase, and the beauty of the light that we are being blessed. Releasing the density is quite something at the level that we're experiencing it. The power of the unity consciousness and the light is a way of being able to reflect within ourselves that which is arising. So if you're able to tune in, you can really tune into the body and watch what's going on. The lighter that we become and the more crystalline energy we're experiencing through the body and the light body expansion, we're able to observe more clearly. I mean, there will be those of us that are always able to do that. And it really depends on your own limitations there as well. But in terms of the shift and this, this expansion that's happening in 2019, I'm feeling that as we move through the multidimensional source of energy that we are, and this expansion, we're becoming much more free in terms of how we observe, how we perceive life, and how we perceive ourselves. It's a fine balance there. If we're caught in the mind and these downloads of energy that we experience, is very much about the balance between the right and left brain. And I've really been fighting with it personally, because I feel, and I have been feeling, that it's like some form of attack on my system. That's my experience, of course. It's not actually what's going on, but my body's really been battling with it, because I don't really feel comfortable with it, and also experiencing it as an external thing, when actually there is an internal lifting of the vibration, and the sound that I experience is coming from my own vibration rising. That sounds more like it's like a whispering energy. It's light. It's sound that's coming through. I can hear it in the aura, and it's not so uncomfortable as this popping that I've been experiencing for years, which I call like popcorn going off inside, where there's this strong, really, really strong sound coming through. And it's very uncomfortable when you're a human being and you want to run away from something and you can't. Because if I run away, it's just with me anyway, so it doesn't make any difference. If I change location or I go somewhere, it makes no difference either. I mean, it's just there. So I can't escape it. And I'm sure that this is something that lots of us are experiencing in terms of the acceptance of what's going on. So, yeah, that's kind of the picture that I'm feeling over the past 2 weeks. There's a definite change in the energies on the earth that are really increasing the light on the planet. There's also a sense of I see so much beauty when I tune in, and also just observing the trees, for example, outside the window here, which are kind of naked at the moment as we move into springtime. But I can see there's tiny little buds appearing on the trees through my perception. And I'm seeing lots of golden rays coming through in nature, where everything is feeling like it's being it's been really embraced by this golden energy. Since I moved into the space that I'm in at the present time, which is a year ago, I've been really channeling a lot of golden energy through the earth and into the grid here. And I can see the difference when I go outside, where there is a lightness on the street. It felt a very dense place, a very dense area for me. Although the beauty of it is that it's very multicultural and much more of a smaller community that is very diverse, and I really love that. So I'm receiving energy from individuals that I see on the street, and all these amazing cultures that are very tuned into spirit. African communities. There's lots of Arab. I'm seeing lots of Arab women actually on the street as well. It's so interesting, and I've really seen the multidimensional side. For example, one day I was facing a lady who was walking towards me, and the sun was shining, and I'd never seen her before. She was dressed. She's a Muslim and dressed in all her Muslim robes, flowing garments, and she was very strong energy, and I was like, wow. But as the sun was shining upon us, I was able to feel that it was like meeting her in her home space where she would have come from. So I get this feeling of walking in desert as I walk towards her, and really connecting with her through her roots. And then there was a sense of something going on behind her as I saw someone jogging past in their gear from the gym on their trainers. And I was really experiencing such different dimensions of energy through my connection with this soul. It was a very soul level connection. And then this lightness of this female running past. It was like being in a movie. If I could have captured it on video, what I was feeling, I don't think I would have been able to do that. But it was really it was a very powerful and it was a really beautiful experience. I was getting a lot of light from it, and I was laughing when I came home here. But I was also very aware of the connection with the Arab states through the presence of this strong lady on the street, and so much respect for her, for everything that she's embodied, and her strength that was coming from her. Lots of prayer that I see in the energy fields of the Arab people that I meet. I don't experience this with any other culture. I always see messengers in their field. I call them messengers of light, like the emissaries and the connection with the masters. It's very strong in the Islamic people that I meet. So that is again part of my multidimensional perception, and it's really amazing. Living in a different world, I would call it, where I can see lots of energy and see the movement happening in the energy, and also this feeling of harmony at the same time, where everyone is harmonizing. It's really beautiful. So today, I'm just sending some energy through. I haven't made a video for a couple of weeks. I'm still not able to access a computer that has got a good screen. I don't know what's happening with that. I've given up on trying to change it. I'm just accepting it for just now and let it change naturally. But yeah, I haven't really done any videos for a couple of weeks. So I'm just sending this energy through today, and a blessing for this new moon, full moon. That's interesting. I said new moon because it feels like a new moon. The full moon coming up over the next few days, and the equinox that we have here in this part of the world, as we move into springtime. So we really, I feel that we're doing an amazing job here, and I'm seeing and experiencing lots of great music coming through from different cultures. I'm really feeling how everything in terms of sound is really being experienced, and there's lots of artists coming through who are sharing amazing music because of the level of technology nowadays, and great visual images coming through, photography, videos, and it's quite mind-blowing. On top of all these personal multi-dimensional experiences I'm having, it's really otherworldly. Wow. So I'm wishing everyone a beautiful Sunday, and wherever you are in the world, and I'll speak to you soon. Namaste.